Peace, peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. This is the lobby show. Okay. We gonna get into some things tonight, man. I came across this clip on Twitter. Southwest T putting the poison, at least trying to put the poison in Big Meech ear about Jeezy. All right. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. I'm taking calls. Detroit, I need y'all to definitely pull up and tap in for this. Salute to the rec mob. We here. We gonna go into this M.Reck all in intro featuring China Black. Run it up. Salute to the rec mob. And yeah, I'm going right into the clip.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.
Peace, peace. We back. Peace to the gods and the earths. We here. Salute to the rec mob. Let's get right to the shit. We ain't come to play no games. You run it up. I'm opening the lines in a little bit. Let me get to the shit.
Let me say this. It ain't hard to win when you got the number one nigga in the street taking you around the world, seeing everything, putting you in the cars before you can buy the cars, putting you in the jury. Yeah. I ain't taking nothing from his own legacy and getting money. But when you seeing stuff you never seen before, you sit around and you got plenty of shit to write about. You know what I'm saying? He right there. It wasn't like he wasn't in the trenches with, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he got plenty of shit to write. When I hear the album, I hear me and Meech like. Yeah. I hear the shit. Yeah. Sleep When You Die. You know where you heard that from, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of talk was around the house. That's what we doing right now. That's why it resonated with the people, because it was real. The shit we was living. Let me say this. It ain't hard to.
All right, y'all heard that, right? And I'm gonna let y'all give your assessments on that. I'm gonna just put the information out there. Now, it was like a week or so ago, Big Meech was just bigging Jeezy up and how, Jeezy always came through for him. Let's go to that clip real quick. Salute to the rec mob. We here. All right? Where that clip at? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Right here.
Anything by Jeezy, as well as hearing my name in the Raw song, those are some of my favorites. Walking through the club, for real. Cause Jeezy, I mean, the majority of Jeezy life been about himself, me, and BMF. Like his greatest hits, I should say. You know what I'm saying? That's why so much of Detroit love Jeezy. And I love and respect Jeezy as the realest in the gang, because I know where he come from. And he's did nothing but have love and respect for my family.
Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. Let's get to the shit. You heard?
And respect for my family and my mom especially. He's came and seen my mom in the hospital with flowers. He sent his security to get my mom to bring her to the concert. My mom, like the oldest one in the concert, on the stage. So it's stuff like that that resonate with me, that I will forever have love for. So never forget that you hearing this from me, not from somebody to say what Meech was thinking. You're hearing this from me and out of my mouth.
All right, I'm gonna open up the lines in a little bit, but I'm gonna play the full clip of Southwest T with the T. Let's get to it. Salute to the rec mob. We here. Let me play the full clip. I got y'all. I got it right here. And we're gonna open up the lines. I want Detroit to tap in. Let's get it. It's the full clip.
Putting you in the jury. I ain't taking nothing from his own legacy and getting money. But when you seeing stuff you never seen before, you sit around there, you got plenty of shit to write about. You know what I'm saying? He right there. It wasn't like he wasn't in the trenches with, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he got plenty of shit to write. When I hear the album, I hear me and Meech like. Yeah. I hear the shit. Yeah. Sleep When You Die. You know where you heard that from, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like. This kind of talk was around the house. That's what we're doing right now. That's why it resonated with the people, because it was real, the shit we was living. So even if he wasn't living it at the time, he was seeing God living it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was living it. Tell that story. But he was living it. But that's talent though, right? That is. They know how to take stuff. He was living it. He was living it, because if you listen to his very first album, the Red and the Blue joint, if you listen to his very first album, he wasn't talking none of that type of stuff. But once he got, Come Shop With Me. But when he got it with us and he made the one-on-one, motivation one-on-one, you gotta understand, he really seeing so much light it'll hurt your eyes. He really counting so much paper it'll hurt your hands. He really running out of rubber bands. I said, in the stove, running out. He really doing this shit. Around the house. The label was arguing before that over Icy. I'm Icy. So we didn't give a fuck about no Icy. At the end of the day, okay, him and Gucci is an epic record. But at the same time, that shit came out when he was sitting up under him. That came out up under me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, when that pen go to work, is when you actually seeing it and you around niggas that's doing it. Now, the music went over a lot of niggas' head. But now one thing I can say about Jeezy, see, this is what you can say with his push. Yeah. Jeezy probably was the first nigga in New York, LA, and Atlanta played. They weren't playing. You ain't gonna hear no record T.I. none of that shit. Not like that. In New York or LA like that. Yeah. Come on, man. As far as for the street, you might have got some outcasts.
They tested. Are y'all going to Jeezy last show in Vegas?
We trying. We're thinking about it. We're trying to get it right. If we get it right with the POs, we'll be there. That works. You ain't lying. That's better. They're trying to go to jail for so many.
See, the ill part of that, you got Southwest T saying what he's saying, but it was a female in the backdrop in the same instance saying, y'all pulling up to Young Jeezy, his shows in Vegas and shit, But now, think about this. Imagine you being Young Jeezy hearing this shit. He already know him and Big Meech is A1, but the fact that Southwest T said what he said, and I guess he feel like he gonna pull up with Big Meech. You don't think Jeezy gonna feel like, damn, homie, you was just trying to put poison in the well, and now you pulling up to the show? It's crazy, right? Because this is the thing, right? This is how I view it. Big Meech instilled everything that he can in Jeezy because he wasn't a rapper. Jeezy was the rapper. So it was like, yo, I'm going to introduce you to the lifestyle that, Jeezy was doing this thing, I guess, you know what I mean? But not at this level. Far as like on a hustling tip. Allegedly. Let me just say that, right? But Jeezy was an artist. So everything that's going on, he's able to articulate that in music. You feel me? And really push the lifestyle. Meech and Southwest T wasn't rappers. Even though, Meech loved this shit. Meech wanted to be a rapper or a rap CEO. You dig? I mean, essentially he was. But he was so deep in the game, it was like this where the money at, but I love this rap shit. We love this hip hop shit. But we get into this money. And then especially when you go into the clubs and you buying all the bottles out and you got more money than the rappers, all the rappers coming into your section. You feel what I'm saying? So Meech is looking at it like, you know, all the rappers, they gotta rock with me. You know what I'm saying? I done took over ATL. You know, we from Detroit. We took over Cali. And we got it lit. You know what I'm saying? We making it rain. You know, all the hoes and the strippers, they fucking with us. You feel me? And these rappers can't match me buck for buck. They can't even, it's not even you know, Meech had these niggas by a landslide. Especially, you know, think about the nightlife, right? Run the lights up. And I'm gonna open the lines up. Matter of fact, the lines should be open. Detroit tap in, Janie B tap in. I'm just giving a little dialogue before everybody start, you know, coming with their perspectives. Because I look at it like this, right? It was a win-win. Because it wasn't just Jeezy, you know, using their lifestyle to big himself up. He also helped with the BMF movement. You know, it's like they helped each other. And that's how life's supposed to be. You feel me? Like, that's why Jay-Z and Dame Dash was a perfect combination. Hold on 1 second. I gotta introduce this right. I got a heavy hitter on the line. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? M.Reck, what up, King?
What up, Piss Queen? We got the Queen Janie B from the D on the line. Janie B, what's happening with you?
Nothing much. I'm here. I show up for everything.
Yep, I appreciate that you pulling up because this is, you know, right in your own backyard. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you saw the clip or the clips I played, right? Of Southwest T saying what he's saying about Jeezy, how he pretty much used a lifestyle to sell his image to the world.
I caught that. I caught the back end on that. But I said this a while ago, like on your show, like I was just pissed off about somebody saying something, and I was like, ain't nobody gonna say it, but Jeezy is the one that kind of fucked everything up.
Damn. Hold on, let me get the shots going. Man, hold on. Whoa. Shot. Wow. Say that again.
Jeezy, people don't really understand this, but you just heard them say that Jeezy was, Southwest T tried to make it seem like Jeezy wasn't involved. He was just rapping their lifestyle. Big Meech said, no, he was rapping part of his lifestyle. After the second record, after the second album or the second album, he was rapping what he was living. So that's telling you right there, he was right there with BMF.
That's a fact. So
now, go ahead.
Let me ask you this, right? And I want you to definitely take over, but I just got to add this. Why would Southwest T say this right now, and knowing that they on a live stream? It's one thing to say directly to Meech and, you know, your BMF homies and shit like that in private, but this shit is on a live stream, so you know this shit gonna go viral. Why would he say?
You know what it is, M.Reck, and it's sorry to cut your wisdom. You know what it is? I said it last night. From Detroit or Michigan as a whole, we don't sugarcoat stuff. We say what we feel right in the moment.
Okay.
Nobody gets a pass. You see when he said what he said, then Meech turned around and intervened and said what he said.
Correct.
Like, I don't rock with Southwest T because he do some bullshit, but let's be clear. He will say that to Jeezy's face.
Hold on. Shots fired.
Like he ain't finna say nothing behind his back that he won't say to his face. His biggest opponent is his brother. And they done fell out before.
Mm-hmm.
So he done been to Jeezy's concerts in Detroit. Jeezy know how this nigga feel about him. We talk real, what people would say, reckless to people, but this how we grow up, M.Reck. You learn from growing up. Life ain't fair. In Detroit, from the gate, they teach you, my mama, everybody's mama, teach you when you go out in the world, you got to be 1,000 times better than everybody.
That's a fact.
Because everybody going to be against you. Ain't nobody going to give you no participation award. You don't want that anyway. Second is not it. You always want to be the best. So when he's saying this, first of all, he's happy that he's sitting down and able to sit down with Icewear with Meech. Like, if you think about it, when Meech did that interview, Terry wasn't there.
Facts.
The interview I told you about?
Yeah.
That was Meech. And little Meech was sitting in the back on the side, but Terry wasn't there. So, because of their mama, people move along. And I'm glad for them. But Terry did his shit to break down things, and so did Jeezy. Like, everybody blame Blue Da Vinci. And he full of shit too. Let's be clear about that. Okay. But if you was just involved as Big Meech and all the rest of these niggas, why you ain't go to jail?
So hold on, let's get this straight. I thought Blue did some time. He didn't do no time?
I was talking about Jeezy.
Oh, you talking about Jeezy? Okay. Yeah, you right. Yeah.
Now, Blue Da Vinci went to jail, but he corroborated some stuff they already had on the team. So he's saying he didn't. They already knew it. But whatever they already knew, they had been after these motherfuckers for years. So when you okayed, or however you want to say it, when he corroborated the information that they had, they didn't really need him. But that don't get you off of being a snitch, nigga. If everybody really want to know who the real snitch is, Blue Da Vinci and this nigga Jeezy. Now, Big Meech that made his bones with whoever he made his bones with, but I see shit a little different. I don't speak for Big Meech. Cause I'm just gonna be honest. If somebody did something for my mama and I was locked up, maybe I would look at things a little different too. Maybe I won't. But I can't speak for what he'll do and what he won't do. I spoke my truth and what I knew about everything when he was locked up and wasn't talking, because I'm always gonna hold him down. But it's scurvy niggas all over the place, and for me, Jeezy one of them. Because if you was in the trenches getting down and doing everything I was doing, and you wasn't the biggest man on there, then why a whole lot of niggas went to jail, M.Reck.
Facts.
This nigga ain't in none of the paperwork. How you get a pass? If they let me just say this. If they watching you, M.Reck, and me, Songs by Alicia, SJ, JR, Boulevard Ride in Harlem is around you, and we doing everything together, and I'm the one that don't get nothing done, you ain't gonna look at me a little funny?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, this nigga ain't in no paperwork, period. Everybody is in people that ain't sold no drugs is in paperwork.
Yeah.
As they people that if they went in their businesses, these people was monitoring people's businesses. So how you get a pass? That's what I want to know.
You right. You're 100% right. Now, I don't know if you've been around Jeezy. Have you been around Jeezy?
I've been in proximity to him, but I never really rocked with Jeezy.
Mm.
Let me just tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Even back then, Jeezy wasn't real nice with women.
Oh shit! Hold on, shots fired.
And I'm not saying he didn't get women. Read between the lines.
Okay, talk to us.
Like, he just wasn't real nice to women.
Mm. So now I gotta ask you this: you gotta elaborate.
Who was this goofy logo secret? You don't know who I know, Goofy.
Who? Oh, yeah. You gotta be easy. If you new to this show, this is the Queen Janie B from the D, and she's really like that. Okay, so let her cook, and you're gonna have to.
And let's be clear. Not to cut you off. Let's be clear. If I was saying something wrong at all, Meech know how to contact me. He would have already shut this down. That's the type of nigga he is. And he is a king, and I would have backed off of it. Have I backed off it yet, M.Reck?
Not at all. Well, look, I put whoever that was on timeout. He got one more time to say something reckless. You out of here. You know what I mean? We don't play that. Don't come over here trolling. We not with the shit, especially when we talking about real shit. Matter of fact, run the likes up, y'all. We got Janie B, the Queen Janie B from the D on the line, giving us some real insight on the situation. Run the likes up. The like button is free. Janie B, you got the floor.
And also, M.Reck, people need to understand, I don't just come on here and talk crazy about other people's cities and people that live there. I frequent these places. I'm from Detroit, but I've been all over the place doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm qualified to talk about anything street and especially Detroit.
Qualified and bona fide.
For real. Well respected.
You heard? And connected.
And connected. And protected.
Boss.
I'm all of that. But M.Reck, I said this a long time ago, and I went on a tangent on your show, and I've been known to go on a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was fed up with people coming up here talking crazy about stuff they didn't know.
Correct.
I brought up Jeezy a long time ago. This ain't just me jumping on no bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I also told you back then, Big Meech don't really rock like that. If he can keep things calm, if it ain't really like that, he's not going to be out here bashing nobody.
Correct.
That's just who he is. But me, I'll take all the smoke. I don't really care about all that. When I love somebody and I rock with them, I call a spade a spade.
No doubt. Well,
and Southwest T, Go ahead.
I'm gonna say something. Because remember, before the fallout with 50 Cent and Big Meech and Little Meech, we played the clip over here of Southwest T on stage with Rick Ross in Detroit.
Exactly.
And we said shit may go a little left. And you was like, you don't know about Southwest T. Like you like, yo, you fuck with Meech, but Southwest T be on what he on. You know what I'm saying?
I've been said that, right?
Yeah, you been said that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. He did that. Then also remember him and Supreme Son. Remember he was holding up the shirt from Supreme Son.
Exactly. Supreme Son came to Detroit and brought this nigga a shirt, and he wore this, and some champagne or something, wine, whatever it was. This nigga was in his yard with him.
Yeah.
Like I told you then, I'm like, this is all goofy behavior right here.
Yep, you said that. We all said that.
Because Supreme, son, was sitting up talking crazy about Big Meech. First of all, why is you in Detroit with Southwest T when you just talking crazy about his brother?
That's a fact. He was. Because he was upset.
And why is Southwest T even entertaining you when he was just talking about your brother?
That's a fact. Because he was upset that Big Meech got all his love when he came home, and he felt like Gerald Prince Miller didn't get the same love. You dig what I'm saying? Remember?
That's a fact.
So, and that, like you said, it was just like a week ago, he was going in on Meech. And then the following week, he's in Detroit with a Supreme jacket, I believe. Supreme team jacket. And he had Southwest T hold it up, like you said, with a bottle. Run the lights up. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Oh yeah, we going through the layers. We breaking shit down for real. And then remember, it was something else Southwest T did before.
He was the one that was talking crazy about the money situation with the show. He was upset because 50 wasn't talking to him. Listen, he started all of this shit between them. Meech was still in jail while all this was going on. We did several lives about it. And we all said, and I guess people thought I was going to change up because it was Detroit. No, we call people out for who they are. I'm never going to let nobody get to Southwest T, not that he need me to, because he ain't no pushover. But I don't rock with this nigga. I've been saying that. Everybody know that. If you got a problem with your own brother, who am I?
Correct. Run the lights.
If you feel like if you feel like your brother overshadowed you, because that was the whole problem, if you remember it. He was mad because most of this stuff was about Meech being a leader. Meech was a leader.
That's a fact.
That's why he left Detroit, so you could have your space, and people still was calling him because to your face, they respected you. But Meech was Meech knew everything that was going on. That's how he knew to show up when shit went wrong with Southwest T. But I mean, listen, I don't know about nobody else on here. I got siblings that I don't fool with.
I'm going to say this, because we spoke about it when shit was going on, like the shit that Southwest T was doing with Rick Ross and Supreme Son and all that. And we was saying like, yo, he may cause shit to go left. You know what I mean? With that situation, the TV situation, the TV show, the BMF TV show, right? But
we said that.
It's funny how, Little Meech announced the Rick Ross welcome home performance for Big Meech, and 50, probably like 2 days later, he was putting out, like little shots going at Meech, like the rap image and shit like that, right? We knew what he was insinuating, but he did all that to go at Meech and Little Meech, but then he put out the Southwest T doc on Stars. You know what I mean? So he was on some divide and conquer shit, but Terry was really the one moving kind of crazy from the beginning.
Listen, 50 couldn't divide and conquer Meech. Terry was always the one out. If somebody gave him extra out be one up on Meech, he always was looking for that. Because first of all, he's the younger brother. People always, if you go back to that clip, look how Terry talking, but everybody paying attention to Meech.
That's a fact.
Like I don't have to sit up there and take for nobody. You can run that. You can run that playback.
Yeah.
Now you look at that, you look at that and think about every other room they've been in.
I'm definitely gonna run it back because there's a lot of people in here now that didn't see it. But I wanted to introduce the show properly with somebody from Detroit, somebody that's in the fold like that, like yourself, the Queen Janie B. So I'm gonna run that clip back, and I need you to tap right back in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I was trying to get the rest of the Detroit to tap back in, but if it's gonna be the M.Reck and Janie B show tonight, then so be, if you don't mind. You know what I mean?
I told you whatever you need from me, I'm with it.
All right.
I'm with you to the wheels fall off.
Likewise, Queen. So I'm gonna play that clip and tap back in.
All right.
All right. Peace. All right. This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna play the two clips, the Southwest T clip and Big Meech clip that came out a week before Big and Jeezy Up. All right. For those people who didn't see it, run the lights up. Salute to the Rec Mob. You know, I'm just here. I'm just here to put the work in. You know what I mean? So if it's a little later, then so be it. That's what we doing. You feel me? Run the lights up. Cost you nothing to hit the like button. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here. Salute to Naughty in the building. Salute to Gina Rose. Lord, I see you. You're all right. Where we at? Let's get it. Boom. So we're gonna go to the Southwest T clip, and then we're gonna go to the Big Meech shit. Let's get it.
Put you in the jury. I ain't taking nothing from his own legacy and getting money. But when you seeing stuff you never seen before, you sit around and you got plenty of shit to write about. You know what I'm saying? He right there. Hey, it wasn't like he wasn't in the trenches with, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he got plenty of shit to write about. When I hear the album, I hear me and Meech like. Yeah. I hear the shit. Yeah. Sleep when you die. You know where you heard that from, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like. This kind of talk was around the house. That's what we're doing right now. That's why it resonated with the people, because it was real, the shit we was living. So even if he wasn't living it at the time, he was seeing God living it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was living it. Tell that story. You know how but he was living it. But that's talent though, right? That is. They know how to take something. He was living it. He was living it, because if you listen to his very first album, the Red and the Blue joint, if you listen to his very first album, he wasn't talking none of that type. But once he got come shop with me. But when he got it with us and he made it the one-on-one, motivation one-on-one, you gotta understand, he really seeing so much white it'll hurt the eyes. He really counting so much paper it'll hurt the hands.
Run the lights up. Salute to the Rec Mob. Let's get it.
He really running out of rubber bands. In the show, running out. He really doing this shit. Around the house. The label was arguing before that over icy. I'm icy. Now we ain't get fucked by no icy. At the end of the day, okay, him and Gucci is an epic record. But at the same time, that shit came out when he was sitting up under him. Oh, that came out up under me too. That's what I'm saying. Like when that pen go to work, is when you actually seeing it and you around niggas that's doing it. Now. The music went over a lot of niggas' head. But now one thing I can say about Jeezy, see, this is what you can say with his push. Yeah. Jeezy probably was the first nigga in New York, LA, and Atlanta played. They weren't playing. You wouldn't go hear no record T.I. none of them like that. None of that shit. Not like that. In New York or LA. Like that. Yeah. Come on, man. But as far as for the street, you might have got some outcasts.
They to this day ain't been around. Tested. Are y'all going to Jeezy last show in Vegas?
We trying. Thinking about it. We trying to get it right. If we get it right with the POs, we'll be there. That works. You ain't lying. That's better. They trying to go to jail for a snowman.
Salute to the Rec Mob. So that was the clip of Southwest T speaking how he feel about the Jeezy situation. Now let's go to Big Meech, like maybe a week or two before, like Big and Jeezy Up. All right? Let's get to it. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here. Hold on one second. I got y'all. Where we at? Boom. Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong one. All right. Give me a second, y'all. I got y'all. Here we go. I got it. Boom.
Anything by Jeezy, as well as hearing my name in the Raw song, those are some of my favorites. Walking through the club, for real. Like, cause Jeezy, I mean, the majority of Jeezy life been about himself, me, and BMF. Like his greatest hits, I should say. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's so much of Detroit love Jeezy. And I love and respect Jeezy as the realest in the game because I know where he come from. And he's did nothing but have love and respect for my family and my mom especially. He's came and seen my mom in the hospital with flowers. He sent his security to get my mom to bring her to the concert. My mom, like the oldest one in the concert, on the stage. So it's stuff like that that resonate with me that I will forever have love for. So never forget that you hearing this from me, not from somebody to say what Meech was thinking. You hearing this from me and out of my mouth.
And then what's so crazy about this video, if you look, somebody left a comment, Jeezy owes Meech millions or his life. If it wasn't for Meech, ain't no Jeezy. Do y'all agree with that? Shots fired. Somebody in the comments on Twitter felt like it wouldn't be no Jeezy without Meech. Now, always remember this, right? Rappers, just in general, what they do, they sell you a lifestyle, right? Your favorite rapper, let's think about Rick Ross. Dope. Rick Ross is dope, a dope rapper, but he's selling you a drug king lifestyle. His name comes from a drug kingpin. All right? Freeway Ricky Ross. That he don't even give that man his respect, which is weird to me. Goofy shit. I just got to keep it real. Now, can Rick Ross rap? Yeah, the Cop can rap. The Cop have good music. I don't know about this new album. I didn't hear it, but I'm just saying in general, the Cop is nice. We just got to keep it real with ourselves. On that note, the lines is open, by the way, for anybody want to call up and add the assessment to the conversation. Call me up 310-692-9055 for those that don't know the number. But let me go back to rappers selling you a lifestyle. And they do a great job out of it. They do a great job at it. With the marketing. The marketing, like, think about it. Rick Ross sold you the Scarface lifestyle to the point where he can't even turn that shit off. You feel me? Like, he came in rapping on the theme music to Scarface. Push it to the limit. Like, and he resonated with the streets because, the streets, Scarface is like the fucking, how can I say, the inspiration for all the drug dealers and all the hustlers. I mean, you saw. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get Janie B tapped in with the people. Hold on 1 second, Queen.
All right.
What up, though? We got the Queen, Janie B back on the line. What's happening?
What up, though? What up, though, Wreck Mob?
What up, though? So I was just giving my spill on how rap is selling people this drug kingpin lifestyle like Rick Ross and all that. And Jeezy essentially he sold the BMF lifestyle because they was really drug kingpins. So I'm gonna land my plane there.
Yeah, I mean, Big Meech, and I gotta add his brother because at one time they was bouncing off each other before they had fell out, had a little rift with each other. But if you go back and look at it, Meech used to charter planes. It ain't nothing but rappers and people that's affiliated with him on them planes. It's already out, so I ain't telling nobody nothing they don't know. I know it from back then. And what people fail to realize is we from a time, and this gonna correlate with what I said to you off of here, M.Reck. We from a time where we didn't put our face on people. We didn't let people take pictures of us. Big Meech was always wanting to be seen. I ain't never want to be seen. I ain't want nobody taking my picture because I ain't know what they was gonna do with them pictures. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Trust me.
Just like when I was saying about when he got out of jail, he didn't really know the internet like that because he from a time where people just loved him. He wasn't getting hate. He was just getting love. But now you got so many trolls and haters out here. It's just really crazy. You cannot erase history. BMF will never be duplicated.
Never.
And it was some stuff going on a little while ago, and I sent that stuff to you. But you had took a sabbatical. But they was trying to say they was trying to say Whack 100 was trying to say Big Meech was a snitch and all of this. Then he sided with Cuffy, who 50 was trying to say said Big Meech third party snitched. Then Whack 100 turned on Cuffy and his daughter.
Hold on. Don't tell me that. I'm out the loop with that. Hold on.
I sent you that. I sent you that.
I didn't get it. Hold on. Say that again.
It's been in the news feed it's been going on for a while. So Whack 100 he's supposed to have had Cuffy's daughter on the line with him. And then Cuffy and the daughter was supposed to have been talking to Big Meech. I don't know if that was really Cuffy. I don't know him like that. But he supposedly had this guy Cuffy on the line with him. And he's supposed to have been getting some paperwork on Big Meech.
Wow.
When Big Meech came out and checked Whack 100, you remember that leak when he was telling him, when he called him by name when we did that live?
Yep.
Okay, right after that, then Whack 100 came up and said that he got the real paperwork, and the paperwork was on Cuffy. And Cuffy's daughter accidentally had the lawyer to send him the wrong paperwork because it was sealed.
Oh wow!
And now Cuffy's supposed to be going at Whack 100 because he's saying that's a lie.
Wow.
So you see when I told you a while ago that 50 Cent was full of shit, all of his background drama done faded off. Why 50 ain't said nothing?
Crazy.
What happened to the documentary, M.Reck?
I guess we still waiting.
What happened to that Tammy? What happened to that Tammy tramp? All their lies folded.
Listen, this is the livest show with Janie B from the D. I'm M.Reck for MRecktv. Run the lights up. Janie B, keep cooking.
All they lines folded, and look how long I took heat and didn't really care about the heat. That's why I told Naughty, I don't really. What you talking ain't really much.
Hold on, shout
out to him.
Shout out to him for shots fired.
I dealt with bigger fish that really had smoke with me. And I'm still straight.
Shit.
So when these people be sitting up here talking, I told you a lot of stuff off of here, but I told you a lot of stuff on here. And right now, today, you see it unfolding. Neither one of these niggas was talking about Jeezy. I brought Jeezy up and folded him into this because everybody was locked in on Blue Da Vinci.
Well,
and go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now, Blue may have his gripes with Jeezy, but we know a lot of it is stemming from because Blue was supposed to be the first artist under BMF, but Jeezy came through and stole all the light. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a better rapper, obviously, and he was already moving in the music game. And let's not forget, Jeezy came out under the moniker Little J, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Jay Jenkins, right? Something like that. He was rapping like Master P, and he had like an afro, a receding afro. He had the jaw.
If you think about it, not to cut your wisdom, if you think about it, first of all, Big Meech already said it. But when Jeezy first came out, he wasn't rapping about street life. And anybody can go back and check his first album.
That's a fact.
He was not rapping about street life.
That nigga Jeezy was on a whole different time. He was jumping up and down, had the old school cars, had a like a receding afro. I never seen that. You know, remember how
Jeezy was a gimmick. He was a gimmick.
Remember how
you remember? Go ahead.
Yo, I'm just gonna say this. Remember how Homie the Clown had the bald head but the afro?
Yeah, we on the same type of timing. This nigga, remember that guy? Because this is who I was about to bring up. It's funny that you said that. Remember that guy that made Because I Got High, Because I Got High, Because I Got High?
Yeah, Afro Man, I believe his name was.
That's who this nigga Jeezy seemed like he was portraying.
I can see where you're going with that.
Before he started, being up under Big Meech.
Matter of fact, I gotta play a clip of that video, man. This nigga jumping all. Hold on, I think his name was Jay Jenkins or something. Hold on, Jeezy, aka Jay Jenkins or some shit like that. Let me see. I gotta find that shit, y'all. Oh man, keep cooking, Janie B. Why you cooking? I'm gonna find this video.
And people be saying why you don't see T.I. and all of them out with Big Meech. You don't know what T.I. is doing. You don't know what T.I. has did.
Okay.
Some people don't want to do what they doing on TV for everybody to see.
Facts. Keep cooking. I found.
You found it.
Yeah, I know I can only play a clip because I don't own the copyright, so I just want to show niggas what type of time Jeezy was on. Hold on.
Yeah, he wasn't he just got the regular chick that really he got boosted up because he was around Big Meech and the group. Like back then, being able to drink for free was a thing. Most niggas just had work money.
See, I got it. The only way I could play it is,
Go ahead. Call me back.
I'll call you right back. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this Jeezy first video. He was going under the name Little J. All right. And yeah, like, yeah, it's crazy, man. To see Jeezy like this, he was on a whole different swag. He had the Master P swag. Like, you know how Master P used to bounce up and down, but then he had the George Jefferson. Like, yeah, he had the George Jefferson because you know George Jefferson had the afro with the ball spot, with the receding joint, with the nigga roof was missing. That's why Jeezy cut his his hair. Hold on, I got y'all. Salute to the rec mob. You know we do the work over here. Here we go. Boom. All right, I'm just probably try to play a snippet of it. I don't own the music, but let's get. Y'all get the gist, right? Your peep game, right? Salute. So I'm gonna get the lines back open so Janie B could tap back in. So that was young Jeezy. As you can see, he had a whole lot of hair with the Sherman Hemsley receding. He had his roof missing as well. You feel me? His roof was back on that one. But you know, we over here just cause you know, I wanted to just go live. It wasn't really nothing going on. So I saw this. I said, you know what? Let me break this down with Janie B and the Rec Mob. Let me get Janie B back on the line. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the Rec Mob. Be here. Might as well go live. Ain't shit else going on, right?
Hello.
Yeah, Janie B. So I don't know if you saw it. I just played a snippet of it.
Yeah, you know, I said it once before, and he broke it down on that interview himself. He didn't want people around him wanting what he had. He wanted everybody to have something. So he boosted Jeezy up. Everybody around him shared in the wealth. But everybody didn't take them L's. And people trying to sit up and wonder what people did for somebody. He's never going to tell you who actually did something for him, because that could tie them into what he did. Big Meech is not that type of dude.
Now, before we parted on that last call, we was talking about Blue Da Vinci and Young Jeezy kind of like clashing, and it's definitely due to Young Jeezy having that spotlight as being BMF first artist, so to speak, kind of like overshadowing him because that was his position, so to speak.
You know what it was? You know what it was, M.Reck, and I can only say this in this way. One of them outworked the other one.
No doubt.
Big Meech wanted more for Blue Da Vinci than he wanted for himself.
Facts.
I'm just going to keep it a bean. And Southwest T already knew that we pouring money into somebody who really don't want this. So once he had poured so much money into this person, this nigga ain't one to quit. He's not going to turn his back on somebody. But you see what that got him. It's a lot of disloyalty going on. And in all walks of life, Southwest T saw a person with a crappy attitude because he got one. When you can see the mirror, the mirror of yourself, somebody who's envious of what somebody else got, of their status and all that. He saw that in Blue Da Vinci. But because he always was trying to tell Meech who shouldn't be in the fold, Big Meech didn't. You can't pick nobody for him. Mm-hmm. He got to see that for himself.
Run the likes up, y'all. Janie B from the D's on the line. We're talking Big Meech, Southwest T, Young Jeezy. Well, Jeezy. Continue on, Janie B.
Yeah, it's really kind of sad when I think about it. It's sad that people only look at the part where he was a drug dealer. Because he is much more than that.
Break that down, Jenny B, because the people don't know.
He paid for people's kids to go to college. He paid for private schools. He paid for people to own businesses and made sure his name wasn't involved in nothing. So if something did happen to him, people could still flourish. Black people could still flourish.
That's G'd up. Salute.
Like people always trying to put people in one dimension. It's a lot of people that just love this nigga. Like even before he created BMF, the guy Cuffy was telling Whack 100 that he helped him make he was the cause of him making his first million. That nigga made millions being a 50 boy. Like that was the first thing that him and Southwest T was in. 50 boys. They was the leaders of that. So they made millions right here in Detroit before they even knew anything about this nigga. This nigga didn't meet them until he was a BMF. He was already doing big things by then. Not just big things. That nigga was paying people. The old people loved him here and everywhere else he went. He always made sure people's bills was paid. He bought all the kids that didn't have shoes and whatever it was. The poor kids, nobody really knew they was poor no more because he wasn't. They grew up poor. You get what I'm saying? Them walking around as little kids, and I didn't know them back then, but I sat down with him and talked about it. We talked about each other's stories. Decades ago, eons ago. I told you about me running away from home. This nigga had to walk around with tape on his shoes.
Wow.
His daddy worked, his mama worked, but sometimes the bills was way more than what they could do for their kids. They ate, but you know what I'm saying? Back then, it wasn't money. So he never wanted to see nobody else struggling like that. It's just to me, they can say whatever they want to say about anybody that I know, but I don't judge people because I've lived all types of. I've been in everything, and I know when your back is up against the wall, hey, sometimes you got to do something that you ain't really want to do, and when you become great at it, then other people don't flourish if you go away. So then you tied into it that way. All these families depending on you. This nigga could have been quit before they got him locked up. He didn't need the money.
You know, while you saying all this, I'm just thinking how big Meech was just in general. We know he was been big in Detroit for a lot of years, but even when he was about to come home and came home, and he was going to have a lot of welcome home concerts and all that, and then that shit just got sabotaged. Now, I want to say this. Big Meech is not a rapper, but the love he had from the streets and the industry, I think he would have had, it wouldn't have been as big as Max B Welcome Home, because Max B's a rapper. He got hit records, but it would have been.
Don't do that, Max B. Even without him getting the shine that he potentially could have got, he still his situation was way bigger than Max B.
Oh yeah, correct. No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it got sabotaged by 50.
It got sabotaged by a nigga who want to sons everybody.
That's a fact.
Think about this, M.Reck, and really put this into perspective. This nigga 50 is so used to getting his way, he tried to sabotage somebody ain't never did him wrong.
Shots fired.
And the shit was working until I started running my big mouth.
Yeah, I try to warn you, and I try to warn the Wreck Mob. I say, yo, it's about to go left. I saw that little Meech flyer with Rick Ross performing at the Welcome Home concert. Detroit was calling me up like, nah, Wreck, Big Meech is a boss. I said, yeah, I know he a boss, but it's about to go left with 50. Nah.
Yeah, but listen, M.Reck, you told us that, and I still stood firm in it. I knew things was gonna go wrong with this cry ass baby. But I told you even back then, Big Meech is a boss. He don't look at things how other people look at them.
Correct.
You're never gonna be able to listen. I feel that way about you. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how much money they put in front of you. If that's not how you rocking, you're not gonna go with it.
Not at all.
So how do you then a man who put millions and took care of families all over not only United States, parts of other of the world. He was well loved in Mexico, in Cuba. Like he was well loved.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go to try to put this motherfucker where you can just put your hand around him and sign him? That ain't gonna work. If you ask anybody from Detroit, M.Reck, we don't really care about people that's famous. We ain't hating on them. We grew up around famous people all our lives.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this: Detroit, y'all really get behind the people from y'all city. I love it, the way y'all hold y'all people down.
Because they hold us down. We behind them until they not behind us.
I love that about
it. And when we got problems with each other, and believe me and trust me, it gets real in the deep. But we'll put that shit on pause for an outside nigga.
Salute.
That's the way that's embedded in us. And trust me, I can go out of town right now, M.Reck, and not know somebody, and they hear their accent, and they into something. I'm into it with them too because we from Detroit. That's with everybody. Once we realize somebody from Detroit is in, we ain't got to know who you is. Hold up. We together. If it's going down, it's going down. Because if they'll try you, I'm next. That's how we think. We don't go nowhere start nothing, but we don't mind finishing it. Detroit go to have a good time. But if you start something, if you start gangster shit, that's the thanks you're gonna get. Shout out to Ice Cube.
Shouts to Ice Cube. Mm. So let's do this. Let's take us to Detroit real quick. Let's do something different. Let's take us back to your heyday, Janie B. Like, what was going on in Detroit? Let's say what, late 80s, early 90s? Is that a good time, or you want to go back further?
I mean, my son was born in '86,
Mm-hmm.
so I was popping before that. My oldest son.
Said I was popping before '86.
So, and I told you that was when Young Boys Incorporated was floating around.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
So take us back to that time in '86 or before '86. What was Detroit like?
Everybody was getting money. The car. If you work for, everybody had somebody in their family that worked for one of the big three: Chrysler, Ford, or GM. Everybody's family had at least one person working for them. And I hate to put people's business out here, but Ford is called I forget the acronym, but it's called Fix or something every day. Like, because a certain day, part of the time, people was getting so high. Like, I told you about my life, M.Reck, but the big three and some of the mainstream jobs that people thought was big people, all of them was getting high. They were just recreational drug users.
Damn. So when you say getting high, at that time, what was the drug of choice?
It was many drugs of choice. Like, I don't know if people remember this, but this how this stuff that they done brought back and colored it. Tucci reminds me of the shit they back then they called fire. Like, if people was using it one time and dying off of it, and then people was trying to flock to it and get it. So they shut that down a long time ago. But I believe they just brought it back and put a little color to it and renamed it.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl was not, we didn't really know much about fentanyl back then. It was heroin, it was cocaine, crack. They just said the whole word, methamphetamines. Like, you know, they ain't just break it down to meth back then. Like, all that was roaming around. Weed was illegal back then, but you had people that was big time at that, and everybody had a hustle. Like, I sold dinners, I had card games, I sold all kind of drugs, I sold coochie, I sold it.
So you was on some,
I'm just saying.
You was on some madam shit as well?
No, I ain't had nobody. I didn't look. People didn't know my business like that. But the people that had money, because I ain't mess with no PIs. I mess with people that had money. Back then, 3,500 for 30 minutes. Yeah, you can get it.
Shit. Back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
And nobody ever said nothing about. And I used to tell my girlfriend that was out here just sleeping with everybody. I'm like, they were like, oh, we saw you with such and such, and because the thing about it is, M.Reck, them niggas that was out there in the streets could get anybody. The fact that they had to pay for me, nobody ever put no smut on my name, ever. And right now, today, still trying to hit it again.
Damn, to this day.
To this day.
Deontay Wilder, to this day. Shit.
That's why when that nigga 38 Special was talking about Chrissy and Alpo, That shit really pissed me off. Because if we gonna just keep this a buck, and it's just me being grown, everybody didn't get that treatment from me. And I'm sure with men, everybody ain't getting that. Everybody ain't doing that to their opposite. If you got more than one woman, everybody ain't getting that type of treatment from you.
Correct.
So when he said that don't mean Jim Jones ain't getting that. That just means Alpo didn't. If in fact Alpo didn't. You get what I'm saying?
Correct. Brought it back to the 38 special, huh?
Because I didn't get to say that, and it wasn't about him. It just was about just being grown. Like, everybody ain't doing that to everybody.
Correct.
Some of us just a hit and quit. Some people ain't gonna never get that from you. For whatever reason you got.
Listen, I'm going to say this respectfully. 3,500. That's that, remember the movie Harlem Nights? Sunshine. That's that sunshine pussy.
Hey.
Respectfully. Shit.
Let me tell you something, M.Reck. And shout out to one of my hairdressers, Renee. Shout out to her. My nigga used to be one of Young Boys Incorporated leader.
Got you.
Okay. By the time we got together, we were just doing stuff with big people, just him, one-on-one. Like, we was meeting the plug. It wasn't, that already had dissipated. And so this nigga had a wife. She knew about me. I knew about her. That's the type of nigga he was. So when I would go on my trips, I don't know what she would be doing. When they went on their trips, he didn't know what I would be doing. But when he pissed me off, I would go hit me a $3,500 lick. Because I wasn't going to do it for free, and I knew these niggas wasn't going to talk about it if they had to pay. And shout out to Renee for always fixing my hair right back up right after shit got messed up. Shout out to Renee.
Shout out to Renee.
Shout out to Tina Mull. Like, shout out to them women for keeping me together. Because, sometimes showers, when you showering with somebody, your hair get messed up. And my hair always been long. So shout out to them for, when I walked back outside, wherever I went, I looked the same way I looked when I went in. They would come where I was at.
So let me ask you this, because if my memory serves me right, Detroit was big on pimping at one time, right?
That was way back when.
That was before your time.
I mean, some people still got pimped, but ain't no nigga never pimped me.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. But
like my mama would have went ballistic.
Look, this person, I don't know if he's a troll, but if you know, Janie B been put pictures out. You know what I'm saying? So
and sent you pictures from me back then. And gave you my Facebook account. And this nigga logo, whoever he is, sir, move along.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, Janie B. You giving people your backstory, they here for it, and I love it because you really bring us back to Detroit. You know what I mean? To the heydays, your days, and what was going on with Big Meech and BMF and just everything in Detroit. And you tell it so well. Like, you gifted, the fact that, and we appreciate you giving us the backdrop to what was going on in Detroit. And let's do this. What was some of your favorite songs back then? What was like, during the mid 80s going to the late 80s? What was the soundtrack for you?
It was a song called because I was a drug dealer. Strung Out, Lost in Doubt, Free Bases. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
Like that shit was going all the time.
Wow.
The Temptations. Paul Williams' brother lived right down the street from me.
Oh, word?
Yeah. We saw these people all the time. That's why we don't really care about no famous people. We all famous here. At one point, just like LA was, somebody was working in the shop, but they an actor. Somebody keeping somebody's book, but they a singer. Listen, Martha Reeves was it was either Martha Reeves or Mary Wells was the secretary at Hitsville Motown, and then she started being a singer, the lead singer. Like this is, we walk past these people all the time. Even right now today, Isaiah Thomas walks around freely. Nobody got to guard him. We wish a nigga would mess with Isaiah Thomas. And shout out to his mama. His mama was a gangster.
Salute.
She called Mayor Coleman A. Young and told that nigga if something happened to her son, they coming. He did a press conference and said he one of us now. I talked to his mama. Everybody in Detroit knew what that meant. The assignment was don't nothing happen to him. And to this day, nothing happens to him. And he rep Detroit like he from Detroit, and that nigga from Chicago. But he from Detroit.
You know what's so ill that you brought up that Chicago and Detroit is like y'all always kind of like rock with each other, so to speak. Like you feel
we got cousins. Listen, Chicago, Detroit, Ohio, California, Atlanta, Miami. We got New York. We got people in all of these places. I didn't just go at 38 Special because it was a good idea. I got family in Rochester and Buffalo. I know about this nigga that's mean and mad all the time. But anyway, yeah, we got real family. That's why when that girl came up here talking crazy, I'm like, this ain't no Detroit versus no Chicago, nothing. This is me against her. I got people there.
Yeah, well, damn, what was her name again?
Momo or something.
Yeah. Something. No, it wasn't Mobo. Damn, what was
Monique?
Monique. Yeah, it was Monique. There you go. Yeah, Monique. I think you ran her off the you ran her out the YouTube streets over here.
Yeah, because she was talking crazy about Big Meech, and that wasn't even a topic. Had that been the topic, I'd have fell back off of that. She just threw him in there for free. Lady, you don't know nothing about this nigga.
Janie B with the smoke.
And she came back up here under an acronym. And Logo, I sing, but you don't know me. I come from a place, M.Reck, when let me just say this. My oldest son's father, his first cousin, he got two first cousins, L.J. Reynolds and R.J. Reynolds. So when the Dramatics didn't have nobody to fill in certain spaces, at any given time, you might have to do that part.
Wow.
Just so they can know where the person could fit in.
Wow. Run the lights up,
like,
man. Come on.
Like I've been around famous people. And so what? They famous. They just a regular person who got a hold to some money. I had my own money. Everybody was getting money in Detroit. Detroit is a getting money place.
There's people in here too from the town. They saying Temptations live next door to my grandfather on Taylor, Motown, right around the corner on MLK Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. Like Smokey Robinson and Aretha Franklin live, right around the corner from each other.
Oh wow.
We used to go to Aretha Franklin's daddy church right there on Philadelphia and Linwood. Like, I stayed on the other side of the boulevard, but that was like a 2-minute walk from my house. Right across from the Dairy Queen, Caddy Corner. Like, we've been around famous people forever. And shout out to Eminem. Before Aretha Franklin died, Eminem and Aretha Franklin was just dropping off money to places for the after school programs and to make sure kids had what they needed, and the churches had food for the people that they gave food away and turkeys and all that, and never asked for no credit. That nigga been picking up the slack for a long time and ain't never said nothing about nothing. So yeah, I'm around for Eminem. I don't care what nobody say about it. And shout out to Kendrick Lamar for showing up for that baby that got bit by that dog too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so when I be saying a lot of stuff that went on in my life, I forgot more great stories than I remember. But when something happens, I talk about it. You get what I'm saying? My kids know all of it. But I don't just sit up and dwell on my life. I've lived a really great life. But okay, so have a lot of people. And when I used to give trunk games, not only was I cutting the game. People was buying. I would sell beer, liquor. I would cook a big meal. People was buying plates. Like, I was gonna make money. You figured out a way to make money.
So let me ask you this: as a young girl growing up, what was your aspirations? Like, like what did you want it to be? Like, did you see yourself always as a hustler, or you had other plans?
No, I actually was supposed. This was when the computers was first getting to be something. I was supposed to be a computer programmer.
Oh wow!
But then I the shit that I was going through, I told you about it. I was being molested and as a kid. I ran away from home at 13 years old. So that went out the window.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because that's trauma.
It is.
So when you ran away from home, like how did you survive?
I talked about that part of that on here too. Like this drug dealer allowed me to come in his house, but he had a woman, and there was always women there, and then that situation happened. He made sure they went out that night, and I only drank water. I was a kid. The nigga put something in my water. I woke up, and this nigga, shit had happened.
Damn. Crazy. That's
But something happened to me at my house. So that's why in life, M.Reck, I told you when all of this stuff that was going on with Puff, I'm like, it's two types of women that go through that stuff. It's those that crash all the way out, it's actually three, or those that have to be in control of everything that got to do with their body. or those that shut all the way down and don't want nothing to do with nobody. Yeah, I was the one that was going to make everybody pay. If I was going to be involved in something, I was going to be in control of it. I was going to make sure a nigga couldn't talk about it. I was going to tell all my friends so if he lied, yeah, she already told us about that, and that ain't how it went. I never gave nobody a chance to tell my story. And I ain't never been ashamed about nothing I did.
So let me ask you this. With all the trauma that you went through, did you ever like talk to somebody professional help?
Oh yeah. I went through and it's 3 different times in my life. I went through therapy probably like 8 years. The first time thought I was good, and then I don't know what happened. Something triggered me, and I went right back to, as my friend said, it was being self-destructive. Like when something would trigger that, then I would go on a 3-day night of doing what I wanted to do, but I was being paid for
it. Understand.
Shout out to Vicky, the one I told you about, Vicky Lassane, for Jordan's Barbershop.
Salute.
Who her husband was Tupac's mama's man before that.
Got you. Man, like you got layers on layers when it comes to your story and your life. How many kids you got, Janie B?
2.
Got 2. And what's the age?
My oldest is 40, just turned 40 the same day as Tupac's birthday, June the 16th. And my youngest is 22.
Oh, okay. 40 and 22, they 18 years apart. What's the relationship with them? They good? They get along?
They great.
That's great. I love to hear that.
They like night and day now. Like, and people always, even when my youngest was younger, he would be telling my oldest what he should be doing, and people would go, "You had them backwards."
Oh wow! He putting his big brother up on game, huh?
James went to jail, and he told him one day when he called, because I was always making things be around my son so he could call and have his 2 kids and all that, so he can talk to his kids and all of that, and keeping the 2 baby mamas together so he wouldn't be worried about that. And he called, and my youngest son got on the phone, and he was like, bruh, when you get home, I'm gonna whoop your ass because you be having my mama up here crying. He said, so just come straight here. Don't go out and sleep with nobody. That ain't important. Like it was really crazy. And he said, when I get out, I'll be right there, bruh. Like that's how they used to talk to each other. But everybody thought my youngest son was my oldest son's baby.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because they look so much alike. It's like I had the same kid twice.
Damn. Salute. Look at Lord. Lord, you wildin'.
and yeah, shout out to Lord. Lord, did you hear that nigga Naughty? That nigga, Lord, that nigga Naughty don't know that you gave me hell for 2 years. He think one little 1-2 is gonna tear me up, please.
That's a fact. Lord, in the comments, I want to know about that box. Does it glow for $3,500? It gotta glow.
Look, you know that ain't nothing but a muscle now, Lord. You gotta keep it right and keep it tight.
Lord acting like he got that $3,500. I don't know if it's still good. I don't know if Jenny B on the market. You know what I mean?
Hey, what Jada can say, yesterday's price ain't today's price.
You heard? Damn.
Shout out to Lord.
Shout out to Lord. Man, you know what's the ill part of it all with the BMF legacy, and because a lot of people got introduced to it much later on, you know, and a lot of people got introduced to it, you know, of course, with the TV show, you know, and we're talking a different age group of people, right? But imagine if they would have kept it going, you know what I'm saying, or if they could have kept it going, because you got Little Meech playing Big Meech, but then it's so many layers to the story. They didn't really get to the story yet. You know what I mean?
But you know what, M.Reck? I'm glad they didn't. I hated it when it happened, but I'm glad they didn't. Because this nigga was taking too much credit. Why he ain't tell his story like this? And shout out to him for making them some money. I'm never gonna hate on nobody making money.
Salute.
But when you think you bigger than, ain't nobody bigger than the program.
Nobody.
And understand, for every action is a reaction. I think if I'm just being honest here, I think 50 Cent mad that Big Meech ain't fail. But understand, when you've been poor and broke, you can make money again. That's
a fact. When
a lot of people still mess with Meech just because he's still standing on who he is. And people ain't gonna never see them with that person. What did you say?
Nah, when you're a true hustler, you can always make money.
Yeah.
You know? And some people just want to have that power over you, where if they feel like if they could feed you, they could starve you.
Exactly.
And that to me is crazy. Like a lot of these rappers, they love holding that over people's head. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dangerous thing. It's a bad thing. Whereas now, if you can throw the alley-oop and it's genuine, salute. But if you doing it to control niggas, that's kind of wicked.
And that's where the problem came in for me. Many of this was a problem for me. But shout out to G Unit.
Yeah, shout out to G Unit.
Look, 50. I ain't never gonna take from that nigga will fight. I'm never gonna say that. But a lot of times he had so much stuff going on, his unit wasn't big enough to handle the whole fallout. So don't forget who backed you up, nigga, and sometimes stood in front of you before it got to you. So New York wasn't rocking with this nigga. He was one of the niggas that was blackballed.
That's a fact.
So then you gonna shit on Detroit that held you down? When where you from didn't hold you down? If we gonna be clear about this, let's be real clear. New York didn't start messing with 50 until he was popping. We got that nigga popping.
I mean, I say this. New York was messing with 50 on the mixtapes, you know, in the underground. But as far as the mainstream, no. The mainstream.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The same industry that was blocking him, Irv Gotti and Supreme and all of them, the same industry that didn't want to fool with this nigga, Eminem and Dr. Dre opened up Pandora's box and let that nigga right on in.
That's a fact.
And when Detroit was, look, Eminem, we holding this nigga down, so by proxy, we got your ass. So wherever you and Eminem at, Eminem is not the type of nigga that's gonna run off and leave 50 Cent.
Correct.
So if he in it, we in it.
Run the lights up. Run the hypes up.
So yeah, when I stopped backing 50 up, yeah, You not only went after Big Meech, you tried to shut down 42 Dub.
Mm.
You ain't hear about that?
Yeah, I remember that.
He tried to go after T Grizzly. Anybody that was gonna help Big Meech. Now he was trying to tell them don't mess with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call your daddy in jail. 42 Dub's daddy in jail. I'm gonna call your daddy in jail and tell him. He's like, nigga, you saying you're a rat? Show me the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
You don't tell me what to do with my money. And shout out to him.
Mm-hmm. Was that true? About Floyd Mayweather letting Meech and Little Meech live with him at one of his cribs?
I don't know about that. I heard something about that. Like, I think, and don't quote me on this. This is just what I heard. I heard he had to have a place that he could be at. That the people, forgive me for whatever they call it, when you get out of jail.
A halfway house?
He had to have a place where he could be at after he got out the halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure if it was one of Floyd's places or he facilitated, the situation where he got the place.
Mm. It seems like Jeezy, is love there, but it's like Jeezy's keeping his distance for whatever reason. Even though Big Meech did his time or whatever.
Jeezy done got bougie.
Mm.
And sometimes people get a little money and they don't feel like they gotta play the same, and I'm saying games, but the same role.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, and again, I hate to always put you in things,
Mm-hmm.
but I put you in it because I've been the way I connected with you is the way I connect with people that I really love.
Salute. Like,
you my family without having any blood of mine.
Likewise.
So when I say this, I don't even know how to say it, M.Reck. Like,
Just say it.
money is not going to change you.
Never.
I don't care who you helped. Along the way, you ain't never trying to make nobody feel small.
Nah.
Like that's Big Meech. Like,
mm-hmm.
he don't want to live in a big house and got to visit a nigga in the ghetto.
Correct.
If you choose to still live there, fine. But he gonna make a way for you to be out there too, so he ain't got to, you ain't got to be trying to backdoor me.
Mm-hmm.
Some people only want to be at the top by themselves. Jeezy, one of them niggas. 50, one of them niggas. He like people around him that he got more than them. I ain't never been that type of chick. Whatever I had, everybody around me had it.
Mm.
They didn't own it, but they didn't have to walk around like they had to ask me for permission either. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because today you can have everything and tomorrow you can have nothing. If you ain't got friends from when you started, or people who respect you just because you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Money comes and goes.
Facts. I'm going to say this. I don't like how Rick Ross played a big role in Big Meech and 50 Cent being at odds. Rick Ross had a lot to do with it. He kind of tried to use Big Meech as a pawn, and he knew better. Like, if Ross had Meech's best interests, he would have said, yo, dog, I'll perform for you. That's not a problem. But holla at your homie and see if everything is a green light. Because I don't want you to keep out on that situation.
Yeah, but Rick Ross ain't never been nobody that had nobody's back.
Mm.
And I don't blame him or not blame him.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying about this is, if he had, first of all, Rick Ross, I do believe that this nigga had ulterior motives.
Of course.
So let me be clear on that. However, two things can be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If he had went to Big Meech like that, he knew he'd have been shut the hell down. You can't give me permission to do this or do that, nor can 50.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing to do with y'all niggas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes 50 look extra low when you sat up and walked around with this nigga's kid and said, this my nephew and all of that. So Rick Ross paying for it right now. Look how many units he done sold. The streets ain't really fooling with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So, sometimes people show you better than they can tell you.
Yeah, facts.
Rick Ross always sold a good number of albums the first week. He always did. After this, who buy your music?
Yeah, it's a different game, and then also he's not looking too good in the light. Like over the last couple of years, even in the Meech situation, and him getting his jaw rock in Canada, you know, he took a lot of hits on his brand.
Yeah.
Literally on it.
And him and 50 is more internet trolls than they are rappers now. Like imagine that. You two street niggas beef on the internet and don't show up in person. But y'all the street niggas though. Some people ain't gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Before I met you, I wouldn't have talked about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about a lot of stuff that I could have corrected, M.Reck.
Mm-hmm.
Never cared. I laughed at what they had wrong. It was entertainment. But you, I respect you.
I respect you, and I appreciate that.
And to be honest, M.Reck, and this off topic, I knew you from three different ways. When I finally realized you was the same person as the other two, like I've been knew you from the DVD. What was it? You did a magazine that not the World Star, the other one.
Yeah, it was Forbes DVD.
Yeah, I knew you from that.
Hello.
And then I knew you from the situation that you, when you was standing outside and the guy Monster tried to get you to go back in the place where 50 was.
Yeah, yeah.
And then one late night, I saw everybody up and I couldn't sleep that night during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and then when you brought it up one day, I'm like, wait a minute. I rocked with you anyway.
Nah, salute.
So in each facet of your life or career, and I knew your music. I didn't put none of that together.
Wow.
Cause I was busy living my life.
Correct.
But then all of it tied in. I'm like, yeah, well, it's no way I couldn't rock with. Yeah, I'm gonna say something on this show. I really like him.
I appreciate it.
But at no time, M.Reck, have you gave off a nasty attitude if somebody didn't come at you first. People don't want to really be around people if the energy is negative.
There we go. Like I'm all about the energy, and I like the energy to be right and exact. You know, if it's not,
and you like for people to get along.
Yep. You know why? Because we all come from the trenches, right? So to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit, we saw the worst of that already. We saw, the people we love get into it with other people we love or people they had issues with. And we know how that shit ends up.
Firsthand.
So if it ain't about nothing, let's really come together and make history. That be my thing. You know what I mean? Because, and I tell people like, yo, listen, I know y'all niggas think y'all street, but trust me, like, you know, that's why I be telling dudes, I'm really cool with this shit, but like, you know, I really went there.
Don't push me.
Yeah, I really went there in the streets where it was like, I made a choice. It was going to either be dope money or it was the music. And I chose to go with the music. And that shit saved my life, you know, for a lot of
Shout out to that. I'm glad it saved your life. It takes a lot, M.Reck. And some of these people say goofy stuff like, if a person ain't went to prison, then I don't respect it. I salute niggas that ain't been to prison.
Listen.
Why is that such a bad thing for somebody not to have been there? That just means whatever you did it great enough not to get caught.
There you go. Salute to all the niggas that dodged prison that was getting their hands muddy. You know what I mean? And that's my thing. Like, yo, look, I was blessed to dip and dodge. You know what I mean? And to me, you gotta give credit to the niggas who was able to dip and dodge and not catch a charge and not snitch on niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So if you one of those, you a different kind of nigga. Like that means you really street smart.
Shout out to D Dubs. But yeah, what you said it's fact.
Like and
like it's
that don't get
we didn't believe in talent. And it's not to say it wasn't no snitches back then, but people got dealt with if they told back then.
Listen, I always was a firm believer of, you know, and Tretch said something, but that's something I live by. I do my dirt by my lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's crazy, M.Reck, because I've been the lone wolf for a long time. Like, and I've had soldiers that wanted to take care of stuff for me. I've been in the bushes jumping out on people to deal with situations. Niggas know me. I wait 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in your bushes waiting on you.
Come on. But that's the point that I'm making. So, and those that know, they know. They like wreck on a different type of time. Like, that's why I don't even get into it with these niggas, because I'm like, yo, y'all not even like that. Trust me. Because a lot of these niggas, they want to beef on the internet. And a lot of these niggas, they got to be a part of a gang. You feel me?
Listen, I don't knock other people for how they got to get out, but I ain't never needed no gang of people to deal with what I had to deal with.
Facts.
I've got up close and personal and dealt with things and smiled in people's face. It ain't nothing like looking at somebody's eyes and taking care of business with one of them things.
Come on.
Everybody want a gun? Yeah, walk somebody down and put pressure on them for real. Like that's who I am. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying when people get out here talking about who they is or who they are shooting, everybody got guns.
But that's the point I'm making. I'm like, yo, while I'm here on YouTube or these, you know, social media platforms, I'm trying to make the best of it. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to create, you know, good content from many different aspects, from the music side. My bad. I think I lost.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. All right. I was trying to create from the music side as well.
M.Reck?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Oh shit. All right, let me get. Oh shit, we had mad people calling too. I see a lot of calls. Let me. Give me 1 second. I didn't even know that. Oh. Oh shit! A lot of people was calling. Hold on. Peace. Peace.
It's the ghost of Dave Matthews.
Don't start that
Two
shit,
spooky
Dave.
hours.
What's going on, Dave?
This is Dave Matthews.
All right.
Spooky hours.
No doubt. Dave back. He was the original troll at Spooky Hours. He kept it respectful, so you know, it's been a minute. It's been probably like 4 or 5 years. Yo, I didn't even know that many people was calling. I guess I don't know. It just started kicking in. I see what mad people was calling. My bad, y'all. The lines is open now, so y'all can call. Call us. Caller.
What? Yo, hello?
Yeah,
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, who this?
Hey, am I live?
Yeah, you live. Who this?
Oh, shit, what's my...
All right, no trolling, no trolling, no trolling. If y'all calling up to troll, it's not the night. I'm gonna smoke y'all boots tonight. But listen, I'm gonna go through the calls though. If you calling on bullshit, you gonna get bullshit tonight. I see a lot of people calling, so I don't know if y'all was calling just to troll, but it ain't gonna happen tonight. Peace.
Yo, M.Reck, what's up, man? D-Dubs, man. Yo, dope show tonight, man. I'm listening to it.
Oh, salute.
I commented, man. Yo, listen. Almost brought tears in my eyes, man. Miss Janie B is something else, man. I applaud that woman, man. She reminded me so much of my mom's her story. Yo, y'all chemistry is dope, Reck. And you a dope dude, man, for really, you know, giving people, you know, you don't even know how much you do, man. I get mostly to talking right now about it, but yo, you're a dope dude, man. You're a dope dude, man.
Thank you,
for
bro.
real. And I really appreciate you what you do. And yo, listen, you gotta do a show with Janie B, man. Y'all gotta do something.
Oh yeah,
what y'all doing tonight? What y'all doing tonight is something epic, man. Word them up.
That's already in motion. That's already in motion. Me and her talked about that for a minute. I'm really waiting on her, but like until she
Janie, stop playing. Janie.
Nah,
Don't get scared now. I'm waiting for it.
She ain't bullshitting, but it's more or less of like what I'm doing right now is just keeping her comfortable with telling her side of the story, because you gotta think it's a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, she real, man. She real. My mom's been through a lot of that shit. I understand the story. For her to be so transparent and open about it, it helps a lot of people out. It can help kids who went through that, who parents went through that, to understand what they had to go through, how they got in them situations. It don't just happen.
Correct.
It happens when somebody force you into doing something, and then you just lose, like, fuck, I'm running away, I'm gone. And you just transparent to that. But yo, man, I think her calling now was that's why I say you were a blessing, right?
Thank you, bro.
You were a blessing, dog. You a king, man. Yo, I just want to give you props on that, man. Because just by just having her to talk to you and just be on the show, this is her calling, man. This is her calling, and you the man for this shit, man. Excuse me for cursing. You the man for this, right?
Thank you.
I had to call. I just listened, and y'all got to do something. Y'all got to do something.
Oh no, we on it.
Big shout to Janie. Please do, man. You on to something. Y'all, both of y'all on to something. Y'all on to something for real, man.
How about
this?
How about this? I'm gonna tell you something. I knew tonight was gonna be me and Janie B night, and before I started the show, I called her.
You said that, yep.
3 minutes before, I said, "Nah, this is gonna be a M.Reck and Janie B night." I said at the show, "This is gonna be the M.Reck and Janie B show." I said that earlier. So you
said that. You said that too. Yeah. You said, Mike, you know what? You said, Mike, we just had to rock out ourselves if nobody called. Yeah. I'm glad it went like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad it went like that. Yeah, man. You're the best, man.
Like
God got you covered, man. Anything you do, that's why you gonna forever eat. You know, I know I know people that you was rolling with, everybody doing anything, but you stayed, you remain who you was. So that's why I fuck with you, because I know the dudes you used to deal with. But I look at Reck, I said, nah, something about Holmes. Man, Holmes is just, he got elegance with him, he got style, charisma, he real, he true, he patient. Ain't no
nah. Salute.
You that dude, man.
Thank you.
You that dude. That's what I had to call and say that, man. I ain't gonna hold the line up. Don't kick me off the podium. What's it called? KTP?
Yeah,
Don't kick me off. I'm a walk off.
Yeah, you know, like
big shout to you.
Some niggas you got some niggas you gotta kick off that podium. Nigga trying to give a Nobel Peace Prize speech. And I be like, yo, my nigga, this ain't that.
This ain't it. This ain't it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? Because you patient. You patient with people because you know everybody just wanna they wanna release something.
Correct.
You give them that opportunity, man. And what you did tonight, man, I'm gonna stress it one more time before I leave you up the phone. You and Janie B, man, please, man. Mama Love, Detroit own. Yo, you something else. And I respect you, Mom. I love your spirit.
You just
everything, huh?
What you did too, I got a show that I came up with, and I'm gonna promote it tonight. All work, but I'm gonna say I got the show called the Go Off Show, where I'm gonna allow people to call up to vent. So whatever you're going through, or whoever you're going through it with, you can call the show and vent. Just don't be reckless with the person. Just you can vent for 2 minutes. I'm allowing people to call up and vent, so you can call me, or you can even leave it on the answer machine, and I'm gonna play it. So it's called the Go Off Show. So we're gonna start that just in general. I was gonna do that tonight, but I saw this big Meech angle. So I said, I'm gonna do this with Janie B, but I probably start the Go Off Show like tomorrow. That'll be something that I do like every night or every evening. You know, when people, especially when they get off work, and I know a lot of people be going through it, and people be going through it in general. You can call up and vent, you know, to myself.
You got it. That's dope, right? That's dope. That's dope, right? Because people, you're the only person that really allow people to really come up on here. That's why I say, you know, I'm gonna start looking out for you, record. For now, I'm gonna start cash up. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start sending 5 or something. I'm gonna do something. Because I always call you, but you know, just like bills and stuff. But I got you, man. I'm gonna support you more on that note. But I just say you give everybody a chance, man, and I appreciate that. That's the type of dude I am. Like, you know, in real life, people know D-Dubs, man. You know that's who I am.
No doubt.
I'm like you, Rick. I help a lot of people out.
Listen,
help a lot of people out.
About this though,
but it's always,
Dubs, don't it feel good to help people out? Like,
man, it makes me feel that's why we gonna eat forever, Greg. That's why we always gonna be all right.
But that's the ill part of it all, right? I tell people, I don't mind. Like, I want the world to win. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you. I want everybody to win, you know? Now, look, I just be wanting people to understand, even if you're not on that time, use the energy that I put into you to change your ways to help somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's what it's really about. Like, yo, get out your ego, nigga. You feel me? You putting light to somebody else's candle ain't gonna dim your light. It's gonna be 2 candles lit now. Yeah,
but like you say, Rick, it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
to see people. That's the joy. It's like I don't feel it. I don't look for nothing out of it. It's just you just get that feeling. I did something good for God today.
There you go.
I'm good. I can go sleep.
Doing God's work. Doing God's work, man.
God's work, man.
Listen, you put it in the universe, and don't even you put it in the universe and don't even think about it. Like, because I tell people, right? It's like this. I love doing good deeds and not even looking for nothing to come back. Because you know why? It's gonna come back. Like, because that's the laws of the universe. So even if that person don't give you that same love you gave them back, it's gonna come back through somebody else or something else.
Yeah, facts.
You feel me?
Fact. That's why karma. Why they say karma. Karma is a law, man. What you give, what you put out, what you get back.
That's how that shit goes.
What you get back.
That's real, works, man. Yeah. I want people to understand that. That's real, man. Like, yo, just practice more. You know, people that's tuned in, just practice more of just giving. Just do that. Like, because every time, it's like every day, right? Like, outside of what I do for callers or people in general in the game, every day I'm giving, you know, somebody on the street money. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, get something to eat or whatever it is. And because I'm going to eat regardless. I'm good. I'm blessed. So
you blessed.
If somebody out there and they asking for, you know, a couple of dollars or they They want some food. We'll give them some food. You know?
That's how that supposed to go. That's how that supposed to go. Like, what's that old song, Mr. Window? Remember that old song, MRecktv, when it said $2 ain't nothing. It may not mean nothing to you, but it's a big deal to me.
Correct.
That's how it is to some people. $2 a big deal to somebody
Big
else.
deal.
It ain't nothing to you, but it's something to somebody else.
Come on
just
now.
Give somebody a sandwich. Give somebody a sandwich, or just saying, all right, check this out. Just saying, good morning, how you doing? How you doing today? Or just asking that. Man, you that, Reck, man, you that dude, man, give me goosebumps, man. I'ma stay in tune with the show. I always do. I hope like I always tell you, Reck, I hope everything you wish for, you get it. You deserve it.
Likewise, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right, man. All right, back.
All right, peace.
Good night, man.
You too.
Peace.
Have a great one. Man, there's a lot of people calling up tonight too. I'm gonna get to it. Call me up. I'm gonna run through these calls because I didn't even know.
He lives around
What's your audio, caller? What's your audio? Peace. Yo.
Dave Matthews, I love you, M.Reck.
Salute,
I
man.
love you.
Salute. Yo, Dave Matthews, you're trolling. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know if I don't cut you off, you're going to say something crazy. So I appreciate the love, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. I mean, Dave Matthews from the Spooky Hours. Listen, I know what I'm dealing with. I got love for them, but they know I'm hip to the trolling. So, you know, I got to catch it early. Because once they start the trolling, that shit won't stop. The nigga will gonna keep calling and keep calling and keep calling. Trust me, I've been through it with Dave Matthews. You know. On that note, salute to the Rec Mob. Hold on, let me get Janie B back on the line. A lot of people called. I don't know if that's the trolls. Let me get Janie B back on the line so I can end the show properly. Cause it just kind of like the call ended abruptly. Let me what's going on? Why is it's not letting me Janie B, tap back in. Cause I wanna end the show with you. I started with you, I wanna end it with you. I may have to open up the app in a different tab. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna end the show because we at the 2-hour mark anyway. Janie B, I'm calling you right now. Pick up. So she probably calling me. So I'm gonna wait. But anyhow, yeah, we had a great show tonight, man. Janie B took us to the D, like really gave us a movie of her life. Yeah, we bring it back Spooky Hours. I mean, trust me, I wish I can just have all these shows running concurrent. Like, you know what I mean? You know how like MRecktv is a network, but I wish the network could be on different channels. Like, say for instance, and everything run concurrent. Like Spooky Hours is running like a 24/7 marathon. Well, I'll get back to it. Hold on, Jenny B. Let me get you tapped in with the people. Peace. Jenny B, you there?
Peace, M.Reck. Yeah, I'm here.
What up, though?
What up, though? I heard what he said. Shout out to him. Thanks for the love.
Wow, but look, you see how you touching people? See how we touching people?
Yeah.
Like we just talking like we talk regular on the phone behind the scenes.
Right.
And you see it touched people. But even like telling your story, that's why I'm like, it's like a movie to me. So when you telling it, you giving not only myself, but the people visuals of your life back then up until now. You understand what I'm saying? And the way you tell it, you have a compelling voice and you know, you just got it. You know, you somebody that the people want to listen to. The people can relate to. You know?
Yeah, and shout out to Jordan Barbershop. Like everybody know about that place on Linwood and Ferry Park. Like that was a neutral space. Like that was a space where when you went in there, M.Reck, I don't care what beef you had with whoever. That was left outside of there. You didn't start nothing around there. Everybody could come in there. Wasn't no mean mugging nobody back then inside there. Because the guy who owned it, Reverend Jordan, he was a real reverend. Like, he used to have parties back in the day in his basement where all of the happening people that was when the civil rights stuff was going on, that was one of the spaces that they used to meet up at, all the reverends.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I come from a rich space. Like, we always saw what the world saw as big people. Like, for us, they were just Reverend Jordan's people. Or Reverend Porter's people. Like, you might see anybody with these people. My mama cooked for a lot of people.
Wow.
Like, no, go in here because you're a representation of me. So don't go in there and lose yourself when they gonna be looking at me funny. So that's why when I say stuff, my son told me, like, yeah, everybody didn't grow up like you raised me and James. I have to think about that sometimes, and I be done said certain things to certain people. Some people grew up with everything sugar coated, and shout out to them. But the world now is showing you that the world ain't like that.
Correct.
Like, there's so many people now in M.Reck that's disrespecting their parents. My kids would never. And my oldest son is 6'4".
Damn.
Nothing but muscle.
I hear that.
But yeah, I come from a real place. Like, at any given time, like, everybody was getting money. You had Pink Pack Tone. These niggas were shooting at each other out the window, driving up and down the street.
Damn.
It was crazy where I grew up at. We didn't run because we heard a gunshot. You looked to see which way it was coming from, and then you watched to see what was going on.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to continue this, right? I'm going to just promote this real quick, not to cut your wisdom. I'm starting the Go Off show, and I believe that's going to probably be one of the shows that Janie B going to host, if she's up to it, of course. And that's for people to vent. You know what I'm saying? If they going through whatever they going through, you're having a bad day, or you just going through it, period. Whether in your relationship or at your job or whatever it is, that got you on edge. I want you to call up, MRecktv, the Go Off show, and vent. You can vent for.
That's really a great idea too, M.Reck. I'm not gonna even hold you.
Thank you.
There's so many people upset in the world.
Yeah.
That ain't got nobody to talk to that's even paying it attention or steer them in the right way. Sometimes people just need you to listen, but sometimes people really want a solution.
Yeah, but also really people just sometimes want to just let it out.
Yeah, they just want you to listen to them.
Yeah, now we're gonna listen because that's what we do over here. But I want people to let it out. Some people just need to get it out their system. Because I had another show, and I might bring it back. It's the same kind of concept. It was called Get It Off Your Chest. But I say, you know what? I'm going to bring it back, but I'm going to change the name. I'm going to call it the Go Off Show because I just want people to go off for 2 minutes. Nobody's going to judge you. And even if you want to protect the innocent, the person that you're going off on, you ain't got to say their name. You can say an initial or whatever it is, or if you want to say their name, that's on you.
Right.
I'm providing a platform for you.
You blame for everything else.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I know these niggas been blaming you for me.
Yeah. listen, listen, it's nothing nobody can do. Janie B is family. She locked in. I'm rocking with her. That's it. So you might as well just fall back. And if you ain't fucking with it, then keep it moving. That's how I'm on it.
That's what I thank you. That's what I told these niggas on my end. You just met this nigga alone. I don't care if I've been knowing this nigga for 2 minutes. This is my family.
Family. So
you was never gonna say nothing about him around me.
Likewise. So it's like this. We gonna give people not only a shot, because you deserve a show. Songs by Alicia deserve a show. JR, so forth and so on.
Shout out to that queen. Shout out to that king. But I hadn't heard songs by Alicia for a while. But I'm glad I caught the show with her talking. Like, shout out to her.
Yeah,
hope everything is going good with her.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what's so crazy? Me and you was talking for like 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
People just wanted to hear you talk or me ask you questions because they didn't start calling until like the last couple of minutes of the show. And I didn't even realize it because I wasn't even paying attention to the app.
That's crazy.
It goes to show.
I didn't even realize we was on here for that long because talking to you, it just seemed like a couple of minutes.
That's how it be, though. That's when you vibing with somebody. Next thing you look, you're like, damn, we've been talking for 2 hours? You don't even feel like that.
But I got the same feeling when you and JR had that night.
Salute. Appreciate it. I mean, I just go with the energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all the front line. You, JR, songs by Alicia. You know, I vibe. I'm also, if I vibe with you, let's keep vibing. Simple. You know,
that's a fact.
I just love the vibes. I love good vibes. I don't do bad vibes. I don't do no negative energy. Like I'm somebody, I can sense when the energy ain't right in the room. I walk in the room, the energy ain't right. I'm turning right back around. I'm off this. You feel me?
And you know what's crazy, M.Reck?
Mm-hmm.
Before I started talking on your show, my oldest son was begging me to get on here and just talk or do anything online. I'm like, I don't do that. You know I ain't with that. So when he heard I was on your show, he was like, yeah, he got to be somebody special.
Wow. Salute to your oldest son.
He said, shout out to him because mom, you don't mess with nobody. He called me Mom Deuce, and I hate that shit. But
Mom Deuce, that's that old school shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you start doing that, he like, no, it's just a saying. I'm like, well, say something else.
I hate that shit. That was funny as shit. Word. Your son.
Let me tell you this. Is this real funny? My oldest son's father was sitting. We was all sitting in the living room one day at my house.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son is grown at the time, and he always liked to create a mess between me and his father because he liked to see us going back and forth.
Mm-hmm. So
this day, he had like 2 or 3 different chicks to meet up at my house.
Oh shit!
I'm like, why do you keep having hoes come to my house? You know, you don't live here. What makes you think I want to keep seeing these skeezers? So I said to him, so his daddy was laughing. So he was like, yeah. And me and my son had a conversation prior to that where he was talking about my daddy said he don't carpet much. You know, I'm using, paraphrasing. I said, and then I told him, I said, James, we shouldn't be having that conversation, son. Like, dude, let's just move on from that. Because I'm never going to be the one that's feeling embarrassed about that, but your daddy will. So he was like, so he brought this up in front of his daddy. He was like, Ma, remember we was talking about, I told you, he used their last name. We don't do that. I'm like, James, this ain't what you really want. Because I don't back down. And I would know what y'all, the people with your last name do, because that's how you got here. You your father's junior. I said, so you might want to shut that down, because look at his face turning red. So he was like, tell her, Dad, tell her. He was like, it's only, and he always got something saying. He was like, it's only two that do it. It's he that do it and don't say nothing. He always got something saying. So my son was pissed off. I'm like, yeah, tell him, because I know what you do. I'm the one you did it to. So tell me I'm lying then. He like, no, why we talking about that? I said, you see how he shut down? You and him better shut down. Because that's who your daddy is, because that's what I like. He gonna do that if I don't do nothing else. So he was like, see, Dad, all you had to do was tell her that you didn't do it. I said, how you gonna tell me that he didn't do it? He do it all the time. And then turn around and his old lady called me telling me remember what he said that they don't do? He do it. I'm like, now see, you didn't have to tell me that, because I didn't need to know that. But I told that nigga it was gonna be somebody that he liked enough to do that for.
Wow.
But it's just being grown.
Listen, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. So just know the Janie B show is coming, and we got the Go Off show for people to vent, and it's gonna be hosted by myself, Janie B, so people can vent, man. You know, I want people. I don't care if you've been through something years ago and you never talked about it, and you want to just like, you don't want to like, just say like you don't want to see a psychologist or whatever. You just feel like you just want to get it out. Call up the Go Off show at MRecktv, and you can get it all for 2 minutes.
And sometimes M.Reck people, because I've done this, sometimes you hold a certain part back from them people. Because whether they say it or not, they judging.
Correct.
You can see it in their face. I quit going to one of my people because she was sitting up crying every time I told a story. I'm like, I can't be consoling you about the shit I went through.
Yeah, it's crazy with, with trauma. Like,
and you do need to bring back spooky hours.
Oh yeah, I got you, Mr. Freeze. I got you. A lot of people, Lord, tell me. Trust me, y'all. I was saying it early. I wish I can have all these shows running concurrent. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna figure it out, because this MRecktv thing is a network. We got a lot of shows on the platform, but Spooky Hours is the people most favorite. And all the truckers love Spooky Hours because it was coming on a late night tip, and of course those stories were so epic. We're gonna bring it back, y'all. I got y'all. Everybody keep asking about it. Just know I do a lot. I wish it was 10 of me, but I'm gonna make it in such a way that y'all gonna get everything y'all want. You know what I mean? So we
and understand this too, M.Reck. We not these negative people over here. We understand that you're busy and you got things to do.
Correct.
In the world, people need to understand, people just can't get to you like that.
That's a fact.
Sometimes shit happens and it sidetracks you.
Big time. Big time. There's so much going on. There's so many moving pieces to me just being able to just maintain. You know what I mean? Because I love doing this, but it's just so much other shit that's going on outside of this that, you know what I mean? I wish I could do this every day, all day, but it's real life shit going on. We all got real life shit going on. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So
we respect you. And whenever you show up, we showing up.
Nah, I appreciate.
And you see, I cut some stuff short earlier when you called me. I'm like, give me 15 minutes.
Yep. And I asked you. I said, Janie B, I don't know if you busy or not. And you said, listen,
I'm always gonna make time for you.
Yep.
What's up?
Yeah, and I love that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I gave you that respect too. She said, "Give me."
Oh, you always give me the respect.
Of course, because listen, everybody got shit going on. I know you got stuff going on, and the fact that you go out your way to hold me down, I appreciate that. So,
You welcome.
and
I told you, I'm gonna roll with you until the wheels fall off, and when they fall off, I'm gonna carry you on my back, so you ain't got to worry about it.
Likewise, you know what I'm saying? I got to get my muscles up because Janie B, she's one of those ones. Put you on my back. You know what I mean? I got to get back on my gym shit. You feel me? Yeah, so on that note, Janie B, you have a great night. Thank you for allowing us to indulge in what was going on in your life at a certain time. Appreciate that once again.
You more than welcome. Right. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
Y'all have a great night, Wreck Mob.
Yep. All right, Janie B.
All right.
Listen, y'all. Salute to Janie B. Man, it's a blessing to talk to somebody like her. If you get it, you get it. And a lot of people get it. Some people don't get it. Some people just got it. Like, she's my elder. So it's like me talking to like one of my older aunts. You feel me? That got a story like no other. I could tell it like no other. Like, you feel the passion. You feel the pain. It's more than content. This is content, but it's beyond that. It's something you can really relate to. And I love a good story. Like, who don't love a good story? You know what I'm saying? Salute. What's going on, Major Solutions? I got you. I'm gonna bring Spooky Hours back. Salute, B. K21. I got you. Gratitude. Thank you. Gratitude to you. So on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm off this, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I may keep this live up or I may just chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I know YouTube didn't really push it out. Whatever. I may, chop it up and put out the best parts or whatever. So this live if you was here for the live and you caught it, cool. But for the other people who didn't get it, they probably get a 20-minute version, 30-minute version, you know what I mean? Of me and Janie B kicking it, But I'm gonna let it rock out for a couple hours, but then by the morning I probably put it on private and then I chop it up and then re-put it out because the algorithm is on what it's on. You feel me? So on that note, Tatum, what's happening? Katie, what's happening? There's people I ain't seen in a minute in the room. I appreciate y'all tuning up. Turn it up, rather. Salute to the Wreck Mob. That's a fact. We off this, y'all. Double deuces and bubble gooses, man. Leave those regular comments and let me know how you felt about the show with me and Janie B just talking about things that was going on in Detroit, Big Meech, XYZ. All right? I appreciate y'all. Salute. Salute to SJ and everybody, JR and my whole team. David Flat, Sparks. Salute to the homie Rip, Forgotten Kings TV. Subscribe to that. Salute to Naughty. Subscribe to 1-800 what the fuck and all that. Gone. I appreciate y'all.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck.